Domain region, Throne World's constellation, the Hedian system, Imperial Corrections Penitentiary, ICP-89. Sovereignty of the Amar Empire. Deep within the orbital fortress of ICP-89, rows of entombed prisoners lined the curved walls of a vast chamber, spiraling upward in perfect rows like larvae on the inside of a giant hive. Not unlike a capsuleer, these inmates were suspended in a viscous gel that kept their immobilized flesh sanitized and nourished. All external references and sensory information was controlled by brain interface Dreamcast technology under the direction of mind wardens, whose task was to enforce the sentences handed down by judges. Prisoners were kept in constant REM sleep to ensure that the memories of reconditioning would be firmly entrenched in their new life. Psychologists working alongside the mind wardens counseled and assisted in the rehabilitation by walking directly into the consciousness of prisoners. Inmates were placed in the virtual role of their victims and forced to suffer vivid recreations of their own transgressions for as long as it took for the reclaiming to be complete. Regardless of their crimes, the souls who ended up here had asked for forgiveness, or, in the case of those whose ethnicity was anything but true Amar, were compelled to do so by a merciful judge. Such was to prepare them for a return to society, and Imperial technology would ensure that their transition would be seamless. Many of those who completed their sentences were welcomed back with open arms. As their beloved Empress once declared, wayward children must be corrected from time to time, and once they emerge from holding, they are considered forgiven souls, fully reclaimed, any dues owed to society paid in full. But sometimes the imprisoned have no home to return to. The record of their arrival at ICP-89 was the only proof of their existence, and for one very special inmate, this, too, would be removed from the archives. Lord Victor Eliade, Empress Jamil's closest advisor, had been seeking individuals orphaned from the universe for a unique reclamation program, one that would be tested for the first time on inmate 487980A. Somewhere else in New Eden there were records that his name was Vince Barabin, last reported to be aboard the privateer salvage vessel Retford, which was destroyed in the TIPZB system 3 years ago. Vince was in deep prayer, gazing upon a surreal shoreline glimmering in the soft light of twin moons. Gentle waves lapped against his ankles as he breathed in the fresh sea air of virtual reality, contemplating his favorite verse of the scriptures. All things were created by the divine, and so the glory of our faith is inherent to us all. When thine heart shines with the light, thou shalt know no hardship. When thine actions are in light's name, thou art immortal. The Book of Trials, Chapter 2, Verse 1. When he learned those words, his mind was carried throughout the regions of the Empire, through clusters of stars surrounded by beautiful worlds and wonders whose memory often brought tears to his eyes. In his wildest dreams, those few that he could recall since emerging from reclaiming, he never grasped how New Eden could be such a vast and breathtaking creation. Yet he was saddened as well. The faith firmly established that the universe was created for true Amar, which he was not. The other races of New Eden were descendants of the impure, tracing back to lineages tainted by the demon on worlds that Amar could not save. For those blemished peoples, the inescapable test of their existence in this domain was finding the will to return home.